What it do, 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 family, what's up? This is Chief Kalanago with another video, man. It's been a beautiful day. It's cold. It's actually freezing, man, but it's still a beautiful day. Hope everybody is doing well. Just want to take some time out to give thanks to the great spirit, Mother God, for the continuation of life. Want to give thanks to my ancestors for just always, man, working with me and allowing me to be, a vessel, a conduit, to step into this truth and bring it to my people. You feel me? Um, I want to say, the greetings like we always do, Halito, Osio, Shalom, Aloha, what the deal is, why go on. Let's do this. All right. Peace and love to all. Peace and love to all. All right. I got a great bill for y'all. I remember doing a video, I think it was a couple weeks ago, where I kind of addressed it. What was that? I think it was addressed, it was addressed to cops, law enforcement, the armed forces, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like we all we got, right? And we have to call everybody to the table, man. So this video right here, you'll see what the title is, and it's about a lieutenant in New York, a police officer that kind of stepped up. You know what I'm saying? And he took a lot of heat. He took a lot of flack, actually, and a lot of heat for stepping up from the department. But when I tell people we live in a world of duality. You know what I'm saying? And then you do have bad cops and you have good ones as well. Polito to each and every one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is we have to highlight those who are doing good, because when the ones for more people to step up, you know what I'm saying, and have the courage and motivation to step up, let them know that we the people, we appreciate them. So we're gonna go through this article, but before I even do that, let me just say, as you could see, look at the shirt. All right, peep the game. All right, hope you guys like the shirt. All right, the other side right here, check it out. Original tribal wear, so make sure y'all check that out. You feel me? I'm gonna put the website in the link so y'all could check it out. Support our sister out there in California, Miss Mohawk, doing her thing. And I'm all for supporting our own. All right. So well, that's what's up. That's what's up, Amani Harris. That's what it is. Congratulations. All right. So let me put the link in the description so you guys can go check it out. Originaltribalwear.com. That's our sister in California. She's doing her thing. Like I said, great clothing. You know what I mean? So I just got this. I just carved this shirt from her. All right. Tribal wear. All right. So check it out. Go check it out. Let me just give some of you guys a quick shout out real quick. All right. Peace and love to all. Peace and love to all. All right. Before we get started. All right. Once again, family, this is about us connecting, us about, us building. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we ain't got time for the haters, man. Let's just continue to build and do this positive thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. In transit on Jersey. All right. We'll reconnect in a few. That's what it is, brother. All right. We still got to build, brother. We still got to build. I know. I'm going to link you for sure. All right. We got to build. Okay. Just recently found out that I'm American Aboriginal, American Indian. That's what's up, family. That's what it is. And that's what all these videos are about, this build. You know what I'm saying? To let our people know, the so-called African American, the so-called black people, let them know that these were false labels, all right, that we were coined with. You feel me? And we have to restore who we are as a people. So once again, this is what it's all about. Now, I did a video earlier, all right, talking about the impeachment of Trump. All right. And I kind of like, took it, in another direction, which was cool. All right. Because I just go with the flow. You feel me? But I was looking for a document, even before I get into this article right here. I was looking for a document to show and prove to you, all right, that giving your baby a social security number is optional. And I found the document. You feel me? And it's coming from the social security site. So once again, I'm not the one saying these things. I'm getting it from their sites, all right, from their own mouth. I'm getting it from them. I'm not making it up. And I always tell people, do your own research. Okay? Don't let me or anybody else just come on here and tell you things and just say, well, it's 100% true. All right? And I'm not insinuating that we're giving wrong information. All I'm just saying is do your own due diligence. Do your own research. You feel me? Let things make sense for you. See your own proof. You feel me? So now it wouldn't be a thing, well, hey, Chief said that or that person said this. No, now you have the facts in your hands. So do your own research. All right? Do your own research. Hey, Halito, my sister, what it is, what it is, what it is. Okay? Just giving a few highlights. All right. Peace and love to all. All right, that's what it is. You know, that's what it is, my brother Harris, man. You know, hey, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about, and you're very much welcome. You know, and that's what keeps me motivated. You know, apart from all the hating and all the slandering, you know what I mean, is people like you that come and say, hey, Chief, you know what? Thank you. You know, you helped me in my journey, and that gave me motivation to go on. You feel me? So I totally appreciate that. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? Elijah Bay, peace and love, family. What it is, what it is, what it is. All right. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna share my screen and show you the document again from the Social Security office to show you once more. You feel what I'm saying? Once more that giving your baby a Social Security number, the mark of the beast, is optional. All right, it is optional. But however, they word it in a way, or they put you in a situation where, you know what, if I want these benefits, I gotta get it. You feel me? It's like damned if you do and damned if you don't, right? But I'm gonna share my screen and hey, like I said, this is for only for educational purposes. I'm not insinuating that you should or giving you advice to do anything. I'm just gonna show you the facts and then you make your determination. All right? Cool. So I'm gonna hit the share screen. All right, give me a second real quick here. Let me take this, copy that. Let me see if I can invite some of the folks that's out there. Okay, what have we here? We got this, we got that. All right, so let me just do it here real quick. Give me a second, guys. Okay, big up to you know, like I said, original at tribalwear.com. Feel me? Big up, big up, big up. Love the clothing, man. I love it. We gotta support our own family. We gotta support our own. Okay. Get our sister successful. You know what I'm saying? She's making the clothing, and literally right now she's actually on her way to work. That shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? I want this to be solely what she does. Just make clothing for our people. That's it. But she's still working, so that means, you know, we're not supporting her enough. And again, that's just my opinion. You feel me? So I'm doing everything and every chance I get, I'm supporting her. You feel me? So I want her to get off the, you know, the working for anybody else and work for herself, you know, do your thing full time. And that's what it's supposed to be about. You did? All right. So I'm going to share, I think I was sharing the screen right there. Let me get back to that and share the screen. Share screen. Boom. Here we go. Share. And I'm looking for Social Security. Here we go. All right. So this is from, once again, socialsecurity.gov. I'm not making this up. I just want to show you guys the facts. You see, when I bring things to you, I like to show you the facts. I like to show you the facts. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me just go to my phone real quick and make sure that you guys are seeing this. So let me go to my YouTube channel on my phone. Give me a second. Here we go. To my YouTube channel. All right, cool. All right, cool. They kind of shut me out a little bit, but I'm back. Said something went wrong. I don't know what it was, but I'm back. Okay, I'm back. All right, good. I'm back. So we back on track, right? We back on track. So cool, let's do this. Let me know if you guys could see me. I think you can. You could see me, you could hear me. Can I get a thumbs up real quick? Anybody let me know if you could hear me or see me? Anybody? Let me know if you could hear me or see me. I just need to know real quick. I just need some confirmation in the chat. Anybody, doesn't matter who. Real quick. What's going on here? Copy. Well, you know what? I'm going to assume you guys can hear me, so I'm just going to share the screen because I'm not really seeing what's going on. Okay. What's going on here now? Okay. Okay, all right, good. Thank you. Just want to make sure. All right, beautiful. I appreciate that, Elijah. All right, so what I was going to show you is I'm going to go straight to the Social Security site, okay? And I'm going to share my screen because as soon as I pull that up, they shut the video down, all right? But like I said, we just got to share the information, all right? That's public information. But the thing is, a lot of people don't know where to find this information, all right? We hear a lot of people talking about things, but can they validate or bring the facts to what they're teaching and what they're showing? I'm bringing the facts and I'm going to the source, all right? I'm not just talking about it. No, I'm going to the source. So let us read the manual, okay? Social Security, all right, the ssa.gov. And we have right here, Social Security Administration, securing today and tomorrow, Social Security numbers for children. Let us read, because they say reading is fun for the mental, okay? Let's go. Because we have to protect our children, man. We can't be putting our children in these situations, all right? Now, here we go. When you have a baby, one of the things that should be on your to-do list is to get a newborn, is to get your newborn a Social Security number. That's what they're telling you, right? The easiest time to do this is when you give information for your child's birth certificate while you're still at the hospital. You see, because once you leave the hospital, you know what I'm saying? They know it might be tough to get you back. So they want to get you while you're emotional. You feel what I'm saying? While you're still vulnerable, you got a newborn that's into the world. Oh, well, you got to do this for your baby. If you don't do this, you got to do that. All right? So they already got everything set up. You feel what I'm saying? So they're going to solicit. It's called solicitation. All right? So, offer, and you have a right. It's a contract, and you have a right to refuse that contract. Okay? It's all optional. Okay? Now, if you wait to apply for a number at a Social Security office, there may be delays while we verify your child's birth certificate. And even that is optional. They cannot force you, all right, to use their instruments. They cannot force you because, for one, we are indigenous people, the original people of the land, all right? How did our ancestors do it, record births? You have to ask yourself that question. And if you know how our ancestors recorded births, then you could still use that as an indigenous man or woman. You feel me? They cannot force you to use their system. Okay? Now, yes, you use it for their benefits and their privileges. That's what they're going to tell you. But man, you don't have to. And they may try to force you and try to scare you, all right, under duress. Oh, well, we're going to call the cops. Oh, well, we're going to call CPS, child care services. All that is, to scare you. It's the same thing that Walter Ashby Plecker did in Virginia. Okay, when our women went to the hospitals to have their babies, and they were putting American Indian on the birth certificates, they told them, listen, you cannot give your children Indian names. You cannot put Indian as their race on the birth certificate. If you do that, you're going to jail and you're going to lose your child. You feel me? We are not living in the era of Walter Ashby Plecker. Okay? We have a right to use our voice. You got phones to record and make sure these things go live instantly. They cannot force you to do that. Okay? Because it's in their manual that is optional. So how are you going to force me? Okay? But I'm gonna let you read it for yourself. All right? Why should I get a social security number for my child? You need a social security number to claim your child as a dependent on your income tax return. Your child may also need a number if planned to. Now let us talk about the tax return. All right? You don't, again, it's optional. You feel me? If you want their benefits, then you have to play by their rules. Okay? That's facts. If you want their benefits, you have to play by their rules. Now they're telling you, your child may also need a number if you plan to what? Open a bank account for your child. You don't need a social to open a bank account. You don't need a social to open a bank account. You feel me? So you see, they're telling you the truth, but they're not telling you the truth. You don't need a social to open any bank account. You don't even need a social to get a job. Okay? Because once again, that's a contract and it's optional. Okay? It says what? Buy saving bonds for your child. Get medical coverage for your child. Okay? That could be a little technical. All right? They may give you some problems, but at the end of the day, you don't need that. Because how can I validate that? You have every other ethnic group coming here as immigrants, and they don't have social, and they get to do all these things without having a social. So why do they want to force American Indians to do that? That's because you don't know who you are. You did? You don't know who you are. That's the problem. Apply for government services for the child. Now, once again, they are the trustees. So they are actually in a fiduciary position. They are the occupiers on our land. So they have an obligation to take care of the people that they are occupying their land. But once again, you don't know who you are. I'm not saying everybody. The majority of all people don't know who they are. So they're not stepping up to get what's owed to us. You feel me? So just peep the language. Peep the language, okay? All right. Must my child have a social security number? There goes the question. Because you see, whenever they do anything, there has to be transparency. And that's one of the executive orders that Donald Trump put in place. That's why they don't like him, because he exposing too much of it. But you see, y'all so-called black people, y'all so caught up in politics, you don't even know what's going on. You feel me? So you're looking at Trump as your enemy. The truth of the matter is, I don't support any of them, but I call a spade, and I see what he's doing. He's going up against the bankers and the big business, and they don't like that. They don't like that. You feel me? They don't like that. So y'all better open your eyes and see what's going on. Okay? Get out of your emotions when it comes to this politics thing. Okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at the video I did earlier about the impeachment of Trump. But check this out. Okay? Must my child have a social security number? Now, that's on the Social Security website. I also have it in the link of the video. So now you could go check it yourself. So it's not just a thing, well, oh, you know what, well, man, Chief Kalanago lying to us or nah. I'm showing you the proof and the facts. But don't believe me. Go do your own research. Now it says, getting a social security number for your newborn is what? Voluntary. Okay, so why people think I'm making these things up? I had said that in a video one time, and somebody came and said, oh, well, that's not true. He making stuff up. How am I making it up? When I do my research, I do diligent research. You feel me? And I bring facts. Voluntary. Here's the big question in bold. As a matter of fact, they got it so bold, it's bigger than everything else. Must my child have a social security number? Boom. Answer. Getting a social security number for your newborn is what? Voluntary. Do you know what voluntary means? It means that I have a choice. I could refuse the contract if I so choose. All right. But no, they have to intimidate you because a lot of old people don't read. You see, they give you these contracts and you don't ask for the manual. You don't ask for the terms and conditions. You don't reserve your rights. You just sign. You can't just sign your nature away, which is your signature. You can't do that. Just giving your nature away, fam. You feel me? You can't do that. So you have to read. And even before you go to the hospital and you do any of that, you have to make sure you read all these contracts that they're going to give you. You got to pre-plan. That's supposed to be part of prenatal care. Okay? Giving them your own contracts and not using theirs. Because you have every right to do that. You feel me? Now, so you see, they tell you it's voluntary, but here's the thing. But, you see, there's always a but. But getting a number when your child is born is a good idea. They never said it was involuntary. They said it was voluntary. But they have to give you the sweet talk and they have to romance you. You see what I'm saying? Well, you know what? This is why. It's not voluntary, but let me tell you why you should get one. It's a very good idea. And let us look at let us tell you why it's a good idea, all right? Now it says, how do I apply? At the hospital, when you give information for your baby's birth certificate, you will be asked whether you want to apply. You see, they are asking, they have to ask you. They cannot force it on you. So if anybody come and tell you in a hospital that you have to have a social security number for your child, they are violating your rights. They are forcing something on you, okay, that goes against the policies of the Social Security Administration, okay? They have to ask you, okay? You will be asked, okay, whether you want to apply for a Social Security number for your baby. If you say yes, so once again, they're telling you that it's voluntary. You have an option if you say yes. So therefore, if I choose to say no, then I shouldn't be met with any type of resistance, any type of threat, duress, or coercion. Okay? You need to provide both parents' social security number if you can. Okay? If you don't know both parents' social security numbers, you can apply for a number for your child. Even if you don't know, you can still apply. They don't care. Okay? They don't care. Okay? At a social security office, if you wait to apply for your child's number, you must complete an application for a social security card and show us original documents proving your child's U.S. citizenship, age, identity. Show us documents proving your identity and your relationship to the child, etc., etc. Okay, so that's just going into, different, proving, proof of citizenship and all this different things. But once again, the link is going to be in the video below. So at the ending of the day, guess what? You could go do your own research. All right. Now it says age. If your child was born in the United States, you need to present your birth certificate if one exists. If you must submit it. If a birth certificate doesn't exist, we may able to accept what? Religious records made before the age of 5 showing the date of birth. So once again, like I told y'all, we could use our own ancestral ways. What our ancestors used to do. You heard what they said? Even if you don't have a birth certificate, you could use what? Religious records before the age of 5 showing the date of birth. Okay? So a lot of our ancestors had Bibles even before birth certificates, and they used to put the date of birth and the child was born in the Bible. Even before the Bible, we had ways of doing that. So what are they telling you? Even if you don't have a birth certificate, if you bring a Bible with your child, okay, saying that date of birth, you have witnesses, that is considered a birth record. You did. But anyway, that's enough for that. I just wanted to go through that for you guys, let you guys know that when I say these things, I'm not just saying it, okay? I am giving you the facts. I'm giving you the information. So now you could do your own due diligence and go do your own research, okay? Oh, and thank you for supporting the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Dutch Entertainment. All right. Thank you. All right. It means a lot. All right. So just to let you know, I'm just validating the things that I say. Now, sis said, she said, later when you need things from the government, you get punished, so to speak, for not having it. Okay, so you see, that's the thing. It's a catch-22, right? If you don't want our number, then we're not going to give you benefits. You feel me? So once again, let me just make my disclaimer, as I always do. I am not here giving you any legal advice. All right, I'm not an attorney. I don't work for Social Security office. I'm not a governmental agent. All right, I don't work for the agency. All I'm just saying is this, okay? You have a choice. People need to know that they have options. They need to know that it's voluntary. Okay, what if you're in a position where you're able to be self-sustained? Then that means you don't need their benefits. All right, I am not telling you these things to put yourself in a position where you cannot take care of your child and you have to go get assistance and talk about, well, chief told me it was voluntary. No, that's not the reason why I'm doing that. I am letting you know, I am educating you on the system and letting you know that all of that is voluntary. So if you so choose, you could do that. And at any time, you could always apply for one. You feel me? You could do that. So I'm just letting you know you have options. I'm not just saying, well, hey, do this and do. I'm never gonna do that. I'm not here to give you advice, fam. All right. But all I'm just letting you know, if you do want to have a natural birth, that is your right. Okay. If you want to make sure that you do your own birth record and not use theirs, that is your right. Okay. You could literally bring the Bible. Okay. Now, I don't subscribe to the Bible, but religious. You could bring the Bible and say, hey, you know what? This is where I want to record the birth of my child in the Bible. And there's no law saying that you can't. How could they say that you can't do that when in the year 1983, or I think 1985 was the year of the Lord, the year of the Bible? Congress makes sure that the Bible, that's why when you go to every court, you have to swear on the Bible. So that's a book of records. That's why they say if you don't have one, you could bring a religious document showing before the age of 5 that the birth was registered in that religious document, whatever it was. In fact, I don't want to paraphrase. Let me just go back and read verbatim what it is. Okay. Let me see where it's at. I know it was right here. What's up here? Give me a second here. It exists, and you must submit it. If a birth certificate doesn't exist, you may use. Okay, yes. Okay. If a birth certificate doesn't exist, you could use religious record made before the age of 5, showing the date of birth. That's all. It's that simple. So you have options. Okay. You have options. So I just wanted to, kind of like touch that. You feel me? But what I want to do is I really want to get into. I know I wasn't supposed to mix the two, but it's okay. All right. I'm going to share that information. I'm going to read a document from the New York Times because, like I always say, man, we got to pay homage to the ones that's doing the right thing. You feel me? To the ones that's doing the right things. We talk about bad cops all day. Well, where are the good cops? And you know the reason why the good cops are not stepping up is because the public don't support the good cops like that. You feel me? But once we start supporting them, that will give others more motivation to come out and do the right thing. Brothers and sisters, people want to do right. I mean, that maybe I'm naive, okay? But a lot of people want to do right. But sometimes because they're afraid or they don't know how to. You feel what I'm saying? Or they're pressured not to, and which brings fear. So they don't want to do right. But when they know they got the support of the people, man, listen, man, most people will be inclined to do the right thing. And that is just my own naive belief. You feel me? Because I still want to give us the benefit of the doubt as a people. We could rise to do the right things for each other. You know what I mean? We are all we got. You feel me? So let me share the information right here, and let's see what it is. Okay. So this is an article, all right, that is from the New York Times, all right, and that was published, I think sometime in December, but we're gonna read it. Okay, it says, "I got tired of hunting Black and Hispanic people." Now we're just gonna leave Black here for the article's sake. We know we are not Black, but that is the heading of the article in the New York Times. It says, multiple police officers in Brooklyn say they were told by a commander that white and Asian people should be left alone. So, brothers and sisters, you see, we have to know what's going on. And a lot of our brothers and sisters in these forces, and that's why the ancestors led me to do that video, addressing them, letting them know, you know, we watching y'all, man, and y'all shouldn't be doing what y'all doing, or just sit idle while these people are, you know, inflicting genocide on your people. You know what I'm saying? And then here I ran across this beautiful article. So the ancestors are working. You feel me? They are working. I actually reached out to the brother, and he responded on Facebook. So hopefully, you know, we could talk and build, and I could get him to come on the platform. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Okay. Now it says, multiple police officers in Brooklyn. I grew up in Brooklyn, so I know how bad it is. All right. Multiple police officers in Brooklyn say they were told by a commander that white and Asian people should be left alone. Okay. And this is the brother right there. All right. Lieutenant Edwin Raymond and other officers who policed the subway in Brooklyn are suing the police department for discrimination. And I applaud the brother, man. Can we get some likes on this video? Can we get some love on this video? Can we make sure this video go viral? You see what I'm saying? Because we got to give him and the others their props for standing up. It is not easy, man, to be in that kind of atmosphere. You feel me? When you have to be locking up your people every day, and you see the disparity in our people being locked up and everybody else. At some point, you gotta be. How do you sleep at night? It gotta start eating you out from the inside, man. So much honor to Lieutenant Edwin Raymond. All right, and it says, and other officers and all the other officers, man, kudos to you. Thank you for doing the right thing. Who policed the subway in Brooklyn? They are suing the police department for discrimination. And that article was by Joseph Goldstein and Ashley Southall, published December 6, 2019. So that's recent. All right. I put that out there in the universe. Now the ancestors are already working. It's a beautiful thing. I tell you, man, the power of words. You feel me? All right. It says, a police station tucked into an end-of-the-line subway terminal in South Brooklyn, the new commander instructed officers to think of white and Asian people as soft targets and urged them to instead to go after blacks and Latinos for minor offenses like jumping turnstiles. Half a dozen officers said in sworn statements. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning anybody jumping turnstiles, but we are not the only people who do it. Caucasians do it. Asians do it. I've seen it with my own eyes. You see what I'm saying? So why are we being targeted? And a lot of Latinos, okay, there's no such thing as a Latino anyway, no disrespect, all right? But a lot of Latinos, okay, just like how there's no such thing as black people. So I'm not disrespecting. I just want our people, man, to step up and realize that we got to get away from all these labels. Because a lot of so-called Latinos, they think they're different from us, but they don't realize they're going through the same discrimination and genocide. You feel me? Because you got more of us in you than you got in anybody else. You feel me? So y'all better recognize that. For real. Now, let me proceed. You are stopping too many Russian and Chinese. One of the officers, Daniel Perez, recalled the commander telling him earlier this decade. I'm going to read that again. Okay? Open quote. You are stopping too many Russian and Chinese. Close quote. All right? One of the officers, Daniel Perez, recalled the commander telling him earlier this decade. Another officer, Aaron Diaz, recalled the same commander saying in 2012, open quotes, "You should write more Black and Hispanic people." Okay? You should write more Black and Hispanic people, close quotation. Okay. The sworn statements gathered in the last few months as part of a discrimination lawsuit deal with the period between 2011 and 2015, but they are now emerging publicly at the time when policing the subway has become a contentious issue, sparking protests over a crackdown on fare evasion and other low-level offenses. Come on, here we go, here we go, here we go. Give me a second, please. All right, there we go. The commander, Konstantin Shachaz, or Tashaz, okay, how you pronounce that, didn't mean to butcher the German's name, I apologize, was in charge of more than 100 officers who patrolled a swath of the subway system in Brooklyn, his first major command. Since then, he has been promoted to the second in command of policing the subway system throughout Brooklyn. Along the way, more than half a dozen subordinates claim he gave them explicit directives about whom to arrest based on race. Those subordinates recently came forward, many for the first time, providing signed affidavits to support a discrimination lawsuit brought by 4 Black, I have a problem saying Black, but I'm just going to say just for the article sake, all right? Black and Hispanic police officers, okay? The officers claimed faced retaliation from the New York Police Department because they objected what they said was a long-standing quota system for arrest and tickets, which they argued mainly affected Black and Hispanic New Yorkers, because everything is about quota. And once you go against the grain, it's a fraternity, and it's supposed to be about brotherhood, okay? Once you go against the grain, you become the enemy. So once again, man, I totally take my hat off to these brothers and sisters who stepped up, because I know it wasn't an easy thing. You feel me? It wasn't an easy thing. And we, the public, need to support them. Let them know we got your back. Continue to do the right thing. You see, we, the people, could change the system. But the only way it's going to change is when the people who step up, the people who are in positions to share information, enlighten you, educate you, when they come under attack, you have to stand up and defend them, or else they're going to go back into their shell. You feel me? We got to have each other's backs. And that was one of the main reasons why I'm doing that, to let them know, hey, listen, man, you know what? We appreciate what you're doing. We see what you're doing, and thank you. So that is my video to say thank you to the officers who stepped up. You feel me? The authorities have deployed hundreds of additional officers to the subways, provoking a debate about over-policing and criminalization of poverty. Videos from arrests of young Black men and of women selling churros in the subway system have gone viral in recent weeks. Demonstrators have taken to the subway system and jumped turnstiles in protest. All right? Six officers said in their affidavit that Mr. Shachaz or Tashaz has a deputy inspector pressured them to enforce low-level violations against Black and Hispanic people, while discouraging them from doing the same to white or Asian people. Okay? Inspector Shachaz or Tachaz declined to comment when reached by telephone this week. But this union representative said the inspector denied the allegations of misconduct, of course. I mean, what else do you expect, right? The police department also declined to address the allegations. The department has said in the past that its enforcement of fare evasion is not aimed at Black and Hispanic people. Yeah, right. More than 3 years ago, when Inspector Tachaz was promoted to his current rank, the police commissioner at the time, William J. Bratton, said that allegations Inspector Chachas pushed quotas were false. Come on, man. They always look out for each other, man. So what you expect? All right? Open quote. I have full faith and support in him, close quotation, right? Mr. Bratton said. He added that Inspector Chachas had, open quote, the requisite skills and comes highly recommended, close quotations. Most of the people arrested on charges of fear evasion in New York are Black or Hispanic. According to data, the police department has been required to report on the local law since 2017. Between October 2017 and June 2019, Black and Hispanic people, who account for slightly more than half the population in New York City, made up nearly 73% of those who got a ticket for fear invasion and whose race was recorded. You see, it's a target, over 73%, and they record your race as Black or Hispanic. That's not who we are. But anyway, that's another story, right? They also made up more than 90% of those who were arrested rather than given a ticket. So family, we have to be aware of those things. It's not that we don't know, but we are not talking about it. So now we have police officers stepping up and, actually making a claim and issuing a lawsuit. Man, I commend that. I commend that. So please share the video, make it go viral, man. For real. Some elected officials have complained about the apparent racial disparity in arrests, saying it may indicate bias on the part of officers or an official policy of racial profiling by the police. The focus of Black and brown people, even if other people were doing the same crime, points to what many of us have been saying for a while. The city's public advocate, Jermaine Williams, said in an interview, the same actions led to different results, unfortunately, depending on where you live and an overlay of what you look like. Enforcement has surged nearly 50% in 2019 as city police officers issue 22,000 more tickets for fear evasion this year compared to 2018, according to the police department data from November 10th. While the affidavits focus on the time period that ended nearly 5 years ago, they suggest at least one police commander openly pushed racial profiling when making arrests in the subway. Open quote. I got tired of hunting Black and Hispanic people because of arrest quotas, one former officer, Christopher LaForce, said in his affidavit explaining his decision to retire in 2015. Okay, so that's a man of honor. Okay, he retired in 2015 because of that decision that he made. So we do have honorable policemen and women who are willing to stand up and do the right thing. But when we don't support them, of course, they're not going to come out. You feel me? So we have to show support. We have to. Don't think every police officer is bad. I keep telling y'all that. The police is not your enemy. You feel me? Because when y'all Negroes start acting up, who do you think I'm going to call? I'm going to call the police. I don't care what nobody say. You feel me? Oh, well, Chief, you're a snitch. Yes. If you violate me, I'm going to call the police. Period. So call it what you want. The police is needed. What's not needed is the police who are dirty. We don't need them. But you have good police officers who are out there risking their lives, okay, to protect you. And they are doing the right thing. But they come under a lot of pressure because of this fraternity that was put in place, okay, to attack and to promote the genocide of our people. And don't think the enlightenment bug, the age of Aquarius, is catching everybody and they can't sleep at night. They're tossing, they're turning. And at some point, they got to say, nah, enough is enough. You feel me? So thank you to that police officer. You feel me? Christopher LaForce, who retired because he made that decision, enough is enough. I don't want to be a part of your system that's making quarters on my people. And let that be an example to other brothers and sisters as well. You feel me? Okay? In the affidavits, the officer said that different enforcement standards apply to different stations across Transit District 34, which spanned stations across South Brooklyn, Brooklyn's Chinatown in Sunset Park, neighborhoods with large Orthodox Jewish communities, a corner of Flatbush that is home to many Caribbean immigrants, and Russian enclave around the Brighton Beach. Well, just for you Caribbean immigrants, you're not immigrants. This is your home. They are the immigrants, not you. Okay? You are an American Aborigine, an Amerindian, a West Indian, the original. You dig? So again, our people perish for the lack of knowledge. And I gave a perfect example before. I was living on Crown between Brooklyn and New York. And there's a precinct right there on New York Avenue. You feel me? And it's a predominantly Jewish neighborhood. And I knew this police officer, all right? You know, wasn't a friend, but it was an associate. You know what I'm saying? And the Jewish boys, they would smoke and drink just like a lot of our young men. But they're doing it right on the block. So the police officer issued citations to two of them. You feel me? And then his sergeant called him, or the sergeant or the captain, one of them, called him and said, listen, you cannot write tickets to these Jewish boys. So he said, why? He said, that's just what it is. Okay? So they made the ticket disappear, right? 2 weeks later, same situation. He wrote them citations again. The captain or the sergeant, he told me the story, right? The sergeant pulled him into his office. I told you 2 weeks ago, you cannot write tickets for these Jewish children. But he was like, well, Sarge, I write tickets for people who look like me, and it's never a problem. So how come I'm writing tickets for these Jewish boys and it's a problem? So the sergeant told him, listen, man, you know what? Just do your job. It's something you wouldn't understand. And you know what they did? 2 weeks later, they transferred him and sent him to Coney Island. Okay? They sent him to Coney Island. So I'm saying all this to say, when we stay here fighting each other, when we stay here arguing, not arguing because arguing is good, but debating each other, slandering each other's name, hating each other, and we are not coming together so we could have a political voice. This is what we are faced with. We are the most disenfranchised ethnic group on the planet. Okay? On the planet. You feel me? I mean, brothers and sisters, we got to do better than this. You know what I mean? We got to. And I know we will. So I'm not going to stress it. You feel me? All right? Open quotes. Tachas or Sachas, I don't know if the T is silent, but once again, I apologize for butchering the name if I did, would get angry if you tried to patrol subway stations in a predominantly white or Asian neighborhoods, Mr. LaForce said in his affidavit. You see what I'm saying? Sachas or Tachas, he would get angry, okay, when officers who look like us patrol predominantly white and Asian neighborhoods. So why shouldn't we get angry when they are patrolling our neighborhoods? We should have officers who look like us to reflect who we are because they know our struggles. They came from the hood. So why do they get to travel our neighborhoods and take advantage of our people to make quotas, but yet still our brothers and sisters cannot work in their neighborhoods? Brothers and sisters, you have to know the pressure that our brothers and sisters are under in these fraternities. Okay? They got families to feed just like everybody else. And I'm not saying that because they have to do immoral things. I'm not saying that. But imagine the pressure that they're under. And now you have to look at yourself, make a decision, man. Listen, am I not going to pay my mortgage? Am I not going to send my child to school? Am I not going to pay my rent? Am I not going to put food on the table? If I choose not to write these quotas? So they go with the grain. But sometimes it gets overbearing. You can't sleep at night. It haunts you. And then all of a sudden, you know, your conscience, it wake up and you say, nah, man, I can't do it no more. And I commend them for that. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, let's proceed. He added that the commander would redirect officers to stations in neighborhoods with larger Black and Hispanic populations. You see, so the commander would say, nah, man, nah, you can't be in the Caucasians, you know, or Asian neighborhoods. So let us do a little redirecting right now. We got to put you in Black neighborhoods and Hispanic neighborhoods, and we got a quota. Don't forget, we got a quota. Okay, we got a quota, and y'all got to meet that. Okay. Mr. Diaz, who retired from the police department last year, described in his affidavit how on one occasion when Captain Chachas seemed irritated at him for having stopped several Asian people for fear evasion and told him he should be issuing tickets to more Black and Hispanic people. So what y'all think? Asian children don't do the same thing that our children do? What y'all think? Caucasian children don't do the same thing that our children do? They do. They just don't get caught. They just don't get tickets. It is just not reported. But when it's always us, the light is always shone on our people, because you know what? They have to present to the world that we are the animals. They have to present to the world that we are the thugs. So when they shoot us, they have an excuse. You see what I'm saying? So the world will not have any empathy or sympathy on a so-called Black boy or Black man or Black woman getting shot or choked, because the picture is already painted that these people are animals. So if y'all want to continue to be Black, realize that it's a curse. You feel me? Now, some people may say, well, Chief, well, because you call yourself indigenous, it's going to change. Yes, it's going to change. It's going to change because they have to put on record your ethnic race or who you are, your ethnicity. They have to put it on record. Can you imagine the police department have on record that the genocide is against American Indians or indigenous people? And by no means I'm advocating people jumping turnstiles. No, I'm not advocating that. But just imagine, right? Every time they violate your right, they have to put on record your identity. It's going to be a problem. But because you are Black, you're already dead. In law, you don't exist. So it's just swept underneath the rug. You are collateral. You feel me? So if y'all want to continue to listen to people on YouTube telling you you're Black and subscribe to them and think they are your heroes, no, they are your enemies because they know better. How in heaven's name can you have all this knowledge, call yourself a master teacher, a master lecturer, but you're on here making an excuse to call our people Black? Come on, man. I cannot support that. I cannot condone that. Period. But y'all still support them and have your children looking at that. You are supporting your own genocide. That's why all of this is voluntary, because you support your genocide. Nobody else but you. I would literally unsubscribe to their channels because they know better. But everybody have an agenda and y'all will not see it, okay? Because y'all are blinded by romance. Go ahead, let them romanticize you guys. Anyway, let us proceed. At the time, Officer Diaz said he was assigned to the N line, which passes through the neighborhoods with large numbers of Chinese Americans. They are not Chinese Americans, they're United States Asians, Chinese United States citizens. They're not Americans. We are the Americans. You see, we have to start putting these things in perspective. They're not Americans. Okay, go look at the definition of American, Noah Webster's 1828 dictionary, and the description doesn't fit any Asian. Okay? So when we allow these things to slide by, that's what happens to us, because we are not stepping up and making our claim as to who we are. They always want us to prove that we American Indian. Well, let us put the burden of proof on them. Okay? And I got something for these natives too. I'm coming, because now they're slandering my name because they saw the video I did with the Cherokee Nation. But I'm coming for y'all though. I keep telling y'all, I ain't the one to be playing with. All right. He had arrested multiple residents of that neighborhood for doubling up as they went through the turnstiles, according to his affidavit. What doubling up means is this, right? When you have the turnstile, one person pay and another person just walk in with them. So that's called doubling up. All right. So two people get to go in for one fare, just so you'll know exactly what that means. All right. For those of you who are not used to the subway system. All right. Other officers describe similar experiences. Some of the officers claim in affidavits that Inspector Tachaz urged his officers to come up with reasons to stop black men, especially those with tattoos, and check them for warrants. Come on, man. Brothers and sisters, all these things are happening is because you are dead in law. You are black. You see, we have to get on the political scene and get rid of Black History Month. We have to get on the political scene and let these people know we are not black. We are not Salivite Matus. We are not dead in law. We are indigenous to this land. We are the American Aborigines. We are the American Indians. And by you are going to give us some respect. This is our home. And none of y'all are Americans. You are United States citizens, and we have to stand up and make that claim, or else y'all are going to continue to die in the streets like black men and black women, because it's already presumed that you are dead. So you are manifesting that. Okay? You are the one who's manifesting your reality because you want to be black. Of the 6 officers, all but one is retired. They are all black or Hispanic. The affidavits were given to the New York Times by one of the 4 officers who has sued the police department, Lieutenant Edwin Raymond. The allegations in the affidavits were bolstered by a police union official, Corey Grable, who gave a deposition in June in the same lawsuit that recounted his interactions with Inspector Techaz. He recalled Inspector Techaz, or again, I'm going to just leave it as Techaz, had once complained about a subordinate who Inspector Techaz said seemed to go for soft targets. Unsure what that meant, Officer Grable asked if the officer was ticketing all ladies for minor offenses. Inspector Techaz responded, no. Asian. Officer Grable, who is black, asked, would you have been more comfortable if these guys were black or Hispanic? He said yes. Inspector Techaz replied, according to Officer Grable's recollection. So he admitted it, right? Based on the Officer Grable's recollection. Inspector Techaz joined the police department in 2001 and patrolled public housing developments in Harlem for 5 years. He later analyzed crime patterns in Queens and across the city before being transferred to the Transit Bureau. He was a captain in 2011 when he was appointed to command Brooklyn's District 34, a position he held for at least 4 years. In 2015, he took command of neighboring Transit District 32, where Lieutenant Raymond, who is currently suing him, worked. At the time, Mr. Raymond held the rank of police officer. Lieutenant Raymond was charged in the lawsuit that Inspector Techaz blocked his provision by giving him a low evaluation as punishment for not making enough arrests. That's what they do. That's what they do, man. You see, it's a fraternity, all right? A boys' club. And they have the control. You feel me? Lieutenant Raymond, who is now a patrol supervisor in Brooklyn, recorded a conversation in October 2015 in which Inspector Techaz encouraged him to arrest more people and gave an example of the sort of arrest he did not want. A 42-year-old Asian woman with no identification arrested on a charge of fair beating. All right, he don't want that. All right, that's not going to fly. That's what he said. Even if she ain't got no identification. All right, a 42-year-old woman, Asian, she got to fly. Okay, he said, according to the recording, first described in a New York Times Article Magazine. Lieutenant Raymond, who still had the rank of police officer at that time, responded that it was unconstitutional to consider race when deciding whom to arrest. And he's absolutely correct. You feel me? But here's the thing. When you're black, you have no constitutional rights. You don't have that. Inspector Tachaz, a captain at the time, then apologized, saying the comment didn't come out that way it's supposed to. Lieutenant Raymond said he believed Inspector Tachaz should not have been promoted. It's a spit in the face of the communities of color that this man is given more power after being exposed as a bigot, he said. All right. And you have, Joseph Goldstein writes about policing and the criminal justice system. He has been a reporter, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I just wanted to read that article for you guys. It's in the link below. So you guys can go ahead and read it for yourself. You feel me? I know someone else made supported the super chat, so I want to thank you. Let me just give you a highlight. Thank you for supporting the super chat. It means a lot to me. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, family, we as a people, we have to take the responsibility for what happens to us. Okay? It's nobody's fault but ours. Okay? We have to step up in numbers. All right? On that political platform, because if we cannot make that change, then nothing is going to change. So I want to thank all those officers who stepped up. Okay, I know how hard it was. One had to even retire because he couldn't take it anymore. But I personally want to thank y'all on behalf of our people. You know what I mean? Thank you for taking the time to speak the truth. Stand up to defend your own, because everybody else is doing it. And it's unfortunate that we have to do that. It's unfortunate that we have to go through these experiences. But brothers and sisters, I'm going to conclude this video by saying, anybody on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, calling you black, I don't care what message they have. Because if they're so intellectual, if they're such a master teacher, and they're calling you black, they are your enemy. Okay? Because I know y'all get attached to people like us. We give you information and you feel the energy and it's all love. I get that. And the same goes for me as well. If I'm on here, okay, preaching the genocide of my people, please unsubscribe. Put me on blast. Please do. Okay? Make sure I'm held accountable. You feel me? Because this is not a game. So these people, we have to hold them liable. We have to hold them accountable. Don't let them give you a reason, okay, or any type of explanation why you should call yourself black. There's nowhere under the face of the sun that we could validate calling ourselves black, because black is not a color. Period. And within law, salivita matus, it means that you are dead, but you're still preaching that our people are black, making excuses for it. You feel me? The word black wasn't around in the days of Kush. So when they tell you, well, Kushites call themselves black, no, that's impossible. That's impossible because the word black wasn't invented. So come on, man. Stop it, please. These people are selling you, all right? They're letting you walk down a path where your children are getting caught up in a system where they are presumed dead on arrival, DOA. Whenever they approach a police officer, whenever they step into a court of law, they are dead on arrival because they don't exist. Come on, man. I know I'm not the only one seeing this. So the people that put themselves in a position to shape your mindset, okay, to give you information, if you don't hold them accountable, in fact, if you don't hold us accountable, then you have a problem. It's your fault. Okay, it's your fault, but nobody else. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for being a part of the build. All right. And we got work to do, man. We got work to do. I think I'm going to take a break, and maybe within another hour, I think I'm going to do another build. All right. Because I want to, talk a little bit more about Trump. All right. And, just to let you guys know, go into another direction as to why a lot of these things are happening, to open up your eyes a little more. So I'm going to take an hour rest, eat something, and then I'll most likely I'll come back and do that. All right. I said most likely. It's not a promise, but I will definitely see how I feel, and I'll make that happen. But to conclude, all right, if you don't have an identity, they will give you one. Okay. If you don't have an identity, they will give you one. They will assume who you are. You feel me? Because they are resisting. They are pushing. Oh, no, you cannot be an American Indian. Oh, nah, you cannot be Choctaw. No, you cannot be Chickasaw. No, you cannot be Anyanwea. They want us to be black. Because the moment we accept that, they know that you are a liability. You're not an asset. You're only an asset when you are making them money. But when you stand up, you become a liability to them, because they don't want you to stand up. They want you down on your knees. And that's why I could never respect any man that go down on his knees for his oppressor. You're not on my side. I don't support that. I don't even support a man going down on his knees to propose to a woman. That's weak. Look your woman in her eye and propose to her if you're going to propose. Don't get down on your knees. A man is not supposed to be on his knees, period. So I don't support that. That's weak. I don't care what the reasons are. Because they want to see you on your knees. That's what they want to see you, on your knees. Nah, it ain't going to happen, man. I don't support that. I don't support that. See, I got a different mindset. You feel me? I got a different mindset. If I'm going to propose to a woman, I'm going to look you in your eyes and propose to you. And we ain't doing that traditional stuff anyway. You feel me? Nah. We can have our own little contract and we do what we do. You feel me? But none of that. Go down on your knees and please and nah, man, nah. It ain't nah. We ain't doing that. You feel me? So I just want to say, man, we got a lot of work to do, man. We got a lot of work to do. But in light of the video, all right, please share the video, make it go viral, because we want people to know that there are good officers out there, and we want them to know that we appreciate them. We want them to know that they have our support, so that more will step up, all right? And even to a point where you have Caucasian officers who will be willing to step up as well. You feel me? Because like I said, there's good and bad in everything and everybody. You feel me? So whenever I approach police officers, regardless of their ethnicity, I approach them with respect. Okay? I approach them with respect because they have a lot of knuckleheads out there, man. And they come in every shape, color, and size. You feel me? So these people have a job to do. I respect it. But my thing is, respect me. That's it. It's a mutual respect. You give me respect, I give you respect. That's it. And even if they try to disrespect me, I ain't no punk. But I'm not going to try to show off with a man that got a gun and I got a cell phone recording. I'm not going to do that. I'm not stupid. I want to live to fight another day. So yeah, I'm a chill. You want to violate my right? Give me the ticket. Fine. I'll go to court and I'll get rid of the ticket. But guess what? I'm here, living, breathing, no bullets in my chest or my head. All right? So all I'm just saying is show respect. Even if respect is not shown to you, be calm. Don't put yourself in a position to be harmed, even if you're right. It doesn't make you a punk. Okay? It doesn't make you a punk. All it means is that you are wise enough to know that I'm not going to endanger myself just to put a video on YouTube or Facebook to show that I was challenging a police officer. To me, that's just being an idiot. Okay? Take the ticket. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're right or wrong, Don't agitate the man, because you know their mindset. They want to have any excuse. If you breathe too hard, okay, it's a sign of resistance. I'm telling you, it's serious like that. But I'm not telling you to be afraid. That's not what I mean. All I'm just saying is this: be wise in your decisions. I am tired of seeing our brothers and sisters in those videos. Okay? And don't get me wrong, you will still have 1 or 2 officers who are still gonna go and wild out anyway, because that's what a lot of them do. But you will put yourself in a position, like I said, to live to see another day. And that's just all I'm just saying, man. All right. So thank you for tuning in. And like I said, I'm gonna take a break, and most likely I'll do another video. All right. Peace, love, harmony, and light, and we'll talk soon. Oh, you know what? Even before I go, once again, exactly, man. You know, it's just common sense. You know, common sense. We gotta exercise that. You see what I'm saying? And so once again, see the shirt, okay? Original tribal wear. Please go support our sister. All right, go support her. Let me just show you guys the website. Share my screen real quick. Go check out the website. I put the link below, originaltribalwear.com. All right. Apparel for us indigenous people. We supporting our own, you know what I mean? Support our sister out there, Miss Mohawk in California. All right. Men and women fashion. Tribal wear apparel. Okay. Boom. Here we go. You got the Choctaw Annual Weir shirt, original. You know what I mean? There we go. You got neck pieces, you know, man, I just love that piece for the sisters, man. I love that. I love that. You know, we the soil, you got original to the soil on the young warrior right there. All right. Got some shirts for the sisters. Okay. I love these right there, man. I love them. Hopefully, you know, y'all probably see my picture up there one day. Okay. So please go support our own, man. Support our own, all right? You got the hat, Aboriginal. Original, Aboriginal. Got the headbands. Yep. So there you go. I'm gonna take the link again, put it in the chat, so y'all could go ahead and you know, instead of like, you know what, I'm not into this whole Christmas thing, but a lot of our people shop anyway. So instead of shopping with this Gucci's and the whoever, man, listen, go support our own, man. All right. Or Aboriginal Deity, man, I got your text and I gotta hit you up. All right. So it's been a long day, fam, and I didn't respond to your text. So my apologies, but I'm gonna respond to that as soon as I get off this. In fact, I'm gonna call you. All right. I'm gonna give you a call. All right, fam. So we'll talk a little later, and much love and respect to each and every one of you. All right. Peace.